This was my first spring in Coral Island. Coral Island is a farming sim, a lot like Stardew Valley mixed with Animal Crossing, and I can already tell you it's a lot of fun. This is the first part of my 100 Days in Coral Island series. I had 4 goals for this first month. Fund the museum's Kickstarter, unlock the second mine shaft, increase the town's rank, and get some chickens, because I love those little freaks. It was going to be a lot of work, but let's see how much I got done during my first spring on Coral Island. I started my journey traveling by chicken boat, the absolute best form of travel. Connor, the mayor of Starlit Town, was waiting for me on the dock. He takes me to my new home where I meet Joko and Dinda, who have technically finished patching up my house. It's still in pretty bad condition, but they say if I bring them some materials, they can finish fixing my house for free. Connor shows me my new field, and I have a lot of work to do. When I get some seeds and basic tools, then the rest is up to me. I start my life on Coral Island by checking my mail. Joko and Dinda tell me I need 50 wood and 20 stone to fix up my house. This is a mega priority because there are, in fact, holes in my new floor. I clear my field, plant the seeds Connor gave me, and focus on upgrading my house. You don't need to upgrade your tools to get rid of bigger trees and rocks on Coral Island, so I was able to gather those resources easily. I met Kenny on my way to the carpenter's shop, and everyone in this game is so cute. I ended up crushing on almost everyone. Joko and Dinda helped me fix up my home and even give me some new furniture, including a TV that I barely use. Thank you. I head into town to buy more seeds, and Connor introduces me to Sam, the owner of the general store. I sell him the random stuff I've picked up on the way to buy some potatoes and carrot seeds. I head back home to plant some of those seeds before heading to bed. Day 2 started with me redecorating my house a little bit. I will not change this for the rest of spring. Then I saw a crow eat one of my new seeds. I will have vengeance on this bird. I planted the rest of the seeds I couldn't finish planting yesterday, then watered them. This is pretty typical farming sim behavior, and I'll mention when something changes, but for now, expect I will be watering every day and replanting stuff after every harvest. I won't make you sit through watering even though I have to. I make a chest because I'm carrying way too much stuff. For the rest of the day, I explored town and saw this gnarly black goop in the ocean. I shipped some random forageables, and then I went to bed, where I found out I got my first foraging level. Today, it was raining, but I got a note telling me to come down to the beach shack. At the shack, I met Sunny and Eleanor, who introduced me to Jim. They were discussing my welcome gifts, then asked if I liked fishing or bug catching more. I said fishing is more relaxing, and Sunny was thrilled. Gave me a fishing rod and a bug catching net, and told me I should donate what I catch to the museum. That's a great idea and a big part of this game. I catch a fly and then try to catch some fish. I will never be good at any fishing minigame. In the museum, I meet Scott, who tells me he had to sell all of the museum's collection to help the town recover from an oil spill. He asked for my help to rebuild the museum, and I, a stranger who just moved to this town, will help you, blonde man. So I donate 5 things and get candied tree seeds. I spend the rest of the day running around in the rain until I run out of energy and go to bed. On day 4, after checking the relationships tab, I saw it was Joko's birthday, and since he was so nice helping me build my house, I wanted to get him a gift. I gave him a tulip, and he said I didn't need to get him anything for his birthday. I wish I'd known that before I ran here at 9 a.m. I was trying to go into town when I was stopped by the town yelling at Karen, a pufferfish representative. Pufferfish is trying to move onto the island to drill for oil, which is ruining the beaches. She talks to me and tries to get me to side with them. She is cute, but I like nature too much. Everyone I talk to for the rest of the day is complaining about pufferfish. They are not popular here at all. I also met Leah today, who I would call the Haley of Coral Island. Equally rude, honestly. After donating some more stuff to the museum, Scott wants to start a Kickstarter campaign. This is a cute joke because Coral Island was funded off a successful Kickstarter campaign. Once we donate enough to the museum, because nobody in this town is helping other than us, Scott's going to launch the campaign to try to expand the museum. Sounds like fun, but there's too much to explore, so I'll get to it when I can, Blondie. I cleared the field a little more, then went to bed, where I learned I got my first relationship heart with Joko. I guess he did like his birthday present. On day 5, Mark showed up outside my house, but it didn't seem like he really wanted to be there. He told me that the mine was open and that there were monsters inside, but he also said talking to me was a waste of time, which I did not appreciate. But everything was fine, because I had my first harvest. I sold some crops, then made another chest. I bought some more crops and a bigger backpack. I need to carry all of the things. Then I decided to try my hand at the mines. There, an earthquake immediately happened, and Kira ran in to protect me, as I am a defenseless farmer. He immediately gave me my own sword and hoped I could prove myself to her by defeating monsters, even though I am a farmer, Kira. I hacked and slashed my way down to level 10, where I found the Ring of Speed, which increased my tool speed by 30%. Then I headed home, only to find a letter with Kira asking me to defeat 30 monsters to join the Band of Smiles. I went to bed and found out I leveled up in farming and combat, and I can make a scarecrow. I haven't forgotten about that crow from day 2. Today starts with Pablo on my front porch, who is already so much nicer than Mark. He tells me that I can upgrade my tools with the ores I found in the earth shaft for a fee. I thought he was being cool. Maybe not so much. I make and place a scarecrow, then head into town, where I run into Connor. He shows me that Starlit Town has a rank F when it used to be an A. He says that last year an oil spill from a neighboring town wreaked havoc. If the town can't regain their oil status, they'll have to work with pufferfish to save Starlit Town. So we're gonna have to refill the museum, fix the ocean, and I'm sure some other stuff. It's again all up to us, and we haven't even been here a week. On my way out, I see a glowing rock and have no follow-up questions. I spend the rest of my day running around and mining down to floor 15. Then I make a furnace, start smelting some bars, and head to bed. I woke up to a weird light talking to me, and it told me to go talk to the sacred trees. It told me to touch the tablet to summon them. I usually do what a weird voice says, so I touched a tree, and a guy popped out. He ran away screaming, and I have no further questions. I met 2 cats named Peanut and Butter, who were a huge distraction for all of my newfound responsibilities on this island. Today was Antonio's birthday. I made and gifted him a bouquet as part of a quest, and he actually seemed grateful. I donated some more stuff to the museum, making 16 my total donations. I spent the rest of the day trying to figure out whose birthday was also today, which meant meeting everyone I'd missed. The map shows question marks with those you haven't met and shows you the villagers you have. I realized it was Paul, who was playing volleyball on the beach. I did have to wait for him to finish his game before gifting him. I would think it was kind of weird that the stranger who's only been in town for 7 days do my birthday, but go off. Then I cleared the farm some more and went to bed. Day 8, I had a strange dream with butterflies circling a log, but before I investigated that, I chose rock domino in my mining skills. This now means in the mines, when I break a rock, nearby rocks have a 10% chance to break as well. In the mail, I got a letter from Ling telling me to go down to the diving pier. I followed the flower petals to find the log from my dreams. There, Chieftain told me I had to help the lake goddess and gave me the power to read the signs around the village. With a new mission to help the goddess, I immediately went to the museum to donate a bug I found. Then I checked the calendar and saw it was Connor's birthday. Then I went to the lake to meet the goddess. She also needs my help, which is typical in Starlit Town by this point. I have to make temple offerings by finding items on my journey around the island. This works similarly to Stardew Valley's community center, if you've ever heard of that game. I ran back to my farm to grab the stuff I needed to complete the spring season bundle. That unlocks the teleporting shrines, a totally necessary and wonderful part of Coral Island. You'll gradually unlock these shrines pretty naturally through a typical playthrough. I planted the sugarcane I got as a reward, then headed down to the docks to meet Ling. I do not know how my character is not fully exhausted by now. This is a big day. She says I have to use my scythe to clear the trash to help clean up the ocean to find the solar orbs? She sends me down with a robot named Kibble, who I love dearly. Now I've unlocked my favorite part of Coral Island, and this is where I will spend too much time. I find and activate 1 solar orb and quickly run out of energy, but this has been an incredibly full day, so I'm ready for bed. Day 9 started with Surya outside in the rain. We talked about kelp, which I can use to make into kelp essences to upgrade my seeds, fertilizers, and other things. I wasn't really listening because he told me I couldn't keep Kibble, which upset me deeply. I had my biggest harvest so far and unlocked Speed Demon for my foraging mastery skill. In the town hall, I talked to Mark and met some pets, including Fizz, who was very busy. I bought some seeds from Sam, then went to give Kenny a birthday present. In the mines, I saw a chieftain who told me the other giants are actually the statues in the entrance of the mines, except suspiciously the fire giant. They asked me to continue exploring the mines to try to figure out how to free the giants. I made it down to level 20 before heading home, where I unlocked sprinklers and leveled up my friendship with Kenny. On day 10, I woke up to some mail from Jeff Smith at the Farmers Guild. He sent me some fertilizer and a sprinkler. I don't know who he is. I chopped some trees to find seeds to finish the essential resources bundle at the temple. Then I headed underwater to do a little diving. And then I went to my first festival on Coral Island, the Cherry Blossom Festival. I didn't really plan to put anything in the soup, so I put some seaweed that I had found while diving. Then I tried the Balap Karong minigame and did okay. It's hard with timing, but a lot of fun. I got to talk to tons of people, and the soup ended up being edible, which is honestly rude, but the festival was fun regardless. I leveled up a lot of friendships because of the festival. Everyone did like my edible soup. I get a letter from Millie saying to come to Town Hall to talk about merit points, and then I unlock double crop in my farming mastery after harvesting everything earlier that day. I head to the market to pick up seeds, where in a cutscene, Sam asked me to produce more fruits and vegetables of a higher quality. I can do that. I went to the blacksmith to have them open some coffers, and then I take what was inside to the museum, making my total donation 25 items. Then at the town hall, Millie explains merit points to me. They're a currency I get for doing quests and participating in community activities. They have an aspect like this in the My Time series, so it's great to see them in Coral Island. I spent the rest of the day diving, then made a couple machines to try to start prepping materials for sprinklers. The 12th of spring is Scott and Oliver's birthdays, so I gifted both of them. I pick up my bronze pickaxe from the blacksmith, which I'd upgraded the day before, and I spent the rest of the day in the mines, where I made it to only level 28 before heading home. My friendship with Scott and Oliver leveled up, and for once, it was a pretty simple day on Coral Island. I gave Cam a carrot from a quest I picked up. Then I went diving and finished unlocking the 5 totems Ling had asked me to uncover. There's something so relaxing about finding the solar orbs and clearing paths for the beams. I can't get enough. I donated a couple more items to the museum, taking it up to 28 donated, and that was my whole day. I just love diving. After reading my mail, I had a huge harvest. Then I headed to Mayor Connor's house to give him a birthday present. I tried to continue diving, but got a pop-up saying I needed to talk to Ling, which I had already completely forgotten about. So instead of talking to her immediately, I bought seeds, then went to the lab. She explained the pillars I'd been restoring were definitely not merfolk technology. She asked me to continue exploring, but I went to the mines for the rest of the day. For day 15, I ended up spying on Zoe's parent-teacher conference, I guess. She keeps bringing critters into the classroom, which is so adorable and also kind of gross. Then I chose double loot for my combat skill mastery, upgraded my seeds in Ling's lab so I could get those better quality vegetables for Sam, and I spent the rest of the day down in the ocean, clearing trash and fixing more pillars. I started the day with a decent harvest, then headed to the blacksmith to open some coffers and upgrade my watering can. Suki had asked for a vegetable for a smoothie for a quest a while ago, but she wasn't specific enough about the vegetable, so I gave her a potato. I hope she's making mashed potatoes instead of a really gross smoothie. Sorry, girl. I donated a couple things to the museum, bringing my total up to 32. Then I upgraded my catching mastery skill to have light feet, which makes critters 10% less aware. This should help a lot with catching bugs. I made my way down to level 30 in the Earth Shaft mines and ended the day by taking some of my enemy loot to donate to the Goddess Temple. On this rainy day, I received a letter from Grandma with a little cash in it. Because it was raining, I decided to try to get to the bottom of the Earth mines. There are elevators every 5 floors in the mines of Coral Island, except from floor 30 to 40, making this descent a little tricky. At the bottom of the mines, I unlocked the water mines, then interacted with a floating stone thing. Chieftain says I succeeded in doing something. And when we get back to the entrance of the mines, we meet Grog, the Earth Giant, who is now free from being a statue. All right, my first goal's done. Great start. Chieftain asked me to get to the bottom of the rest of the mines to free the rest of the giants, but instead I left to go give Ling a birthday present. Then I spent the rest of the evening trying to clear my field just a little bit more. I started today by taking double ore and mining mastery. Then I went to build a chicken coop, but I guess I decided to snoop in Yoko and Dinda's bedroom instead. I found a sweet love note that I pretended I didn't read and immediately asked them to build a coop. I sprinted across the island to give Mark a shiitake for his birthday. He loved it, but definitely didn't deserve it for how rude he is to me. After replanting my fields, I decided to try out the new water mine. This mine has tougher rocks and silver ore, and I'm probably going to want to upgrade my pickaxe before I get very far in this mine. For day 19, you guessed it, I went right back in the ocean. I love seeing the ocean get cleaner. I only found one pillar but cleaned a lot of trash. Right when I resurfaced, I found Jim throwing rocks at the ocean. He was kind of rude, but he left a photo behind, so I immediately returned it. I went window shopping for clothes for a bit, and I know I want this chicken suit real bad. I will be wearing this by the end of the series. I ran into Archie while he was collecting rocks, and then I ran into Sunny while he was picking up Oliver from school. All these cutscenes really build the world of Coral Island, and I love them. I donated a bunch of stuff to the museum, bringing my donation total up to 37. And I spent the evening trying to clear even more debris from my farm. I have so much work to do on my field. For day 20, I chose to upgrade double kelp with diving because I need a lot of kelp to make sprinklers in this game. Mayor Connor asked for my attendance at the tree planting festival tomorrow, and then I admired my new bird coop while tending to crops. I headed to the vineyard to gift one of the vineyard owners, Walter, a birthday gift. Then, underwater, I fixed enough towers to free Grantle, who I love with my whole heart. Walter and Anne like me a bit more now, but I don't like Walter. He doesn't need to know that. Before heading to replant the mountains at the tree festival, I start the day by deforesting my own land. Connor leads us and several of the other villagers through the mine entrance to take a boat to the Purwo Woods. Everyone is here, and it's very cute to see villagers interact with each other in a new environment. We replant some trees and clear some trash. It's a cute little festival, and I'm excited to see if this festival is any different next year. At the end of the day, I go say hi to Grog and explore the Giant's Village. I can now use artifacts and gems from coffers and geodes to upgrade my tools here. Day 22, I head to the Giant's Village to enchant some of those tools. I don't get anything really helpful, but I'll be back. I headed to Jack's to get my chickens and knock off another goal. I named them Iris and Bertha after some characters in a book I read recently. Next, the band of Smiles inducts me, incredibly reluctantly. And even the side characters are so beautiful in this game. From there, I see Connor lecturing Sam about scarecrow decorations. Apparently they're not appropriate for children. I'm not sure what's happening there, but inside the store, everyone is shopping around. Sam provides a bag of flour for Bree and Kira, who are arguing over the last bag on the shelf. Then I run into Millie near the lake, where she's throwing flowers into the lake as an offering to the goddess. I spend the rest of the day fishing to try to catch something for the museum. Day 23 started with a pretty decent harvest, then I brought out my mayo maker for my chickens. I headed to see Pablo, and he broke coffers for me. I got plenty of artifacts and went straight to the museum, bringing my donation total to 47. At 50, we can launch the Kickstarter. I head to the mines to collect silver ore, and then as I was leaving, I saw Mark rescuing a dog in the woods. He was super sweet. Maybe he isn't as rude as I thought he was. I stumbled into a cutscene with Yuri and Millie. They're the cutest roommates. I love seeing all these non-romantic based cutscenes with villagers. Then I ran to the beach shack to upgrade my net and gave Archie a peony for a quest. Kids keep sending me on fetch quests in Coral Island, and I think their parents should stop letting them ask random strangers for things. I went diving again, where I restored several coral pillars, and all my hard work is paid off. When I went to bed, I saw the town had ranked up, bringing us from F to D. It unlocked tons of new stuff, like new seeds at the store and pet adoption. I woke up to Luke at my door, and I thought he was coming to thank me for all the hard work I've put into restoring the town, but it turns out Taco is missing, which is much more important. I headed to the inn to give Macy a birthday gift. From there, I went diving, where I freed Girdle, the grandma turtle. I found this big rock that I don't understand and ignored, and saw Yoko and Archie fishing together, which was just the cutest dang thing. On day 26, I had my last big harvest of the season, and I started thinking about how much I want to expand my crops for summer. I'm thinking about rearranging my farm a bit, and I'm gonna need a lot more sprinklers. I upgraded my farming mastery with quality crops after I harvested everything, and then I got to look at all the seeds I unlocked that I will not get to grow until next year. I poked around pufferfish and desperately wanted Karen to be a good person. I upgraded my hoe, and that's everything interesting I did. But I did end up making a decent amount of money, which will be great for buying new summer seeds. Today, I started trying to plan my farm for summer. I'm not very interested or good at aesthetic farms. I usually play for efficiency. And my priority was to maximize tiles covered by sprinklers and scarecrows. Luke was still looking for Taco. I had forgotten to help him go look. I'm sure Taco's fine, Luke. I went to the blacksmith to open coffers and give Pablo a birthday gift. Raphael was working the counter for the first time. Sort of. I donated some of that stuff to the museum, which was enough for Scott to launch the Kickstarter campaign. He was super nervous about it, but I was fine. Wow, I wasn't sure I was going to get all these goals done by the end of the season, but I did it, and with 1 day to spare. I was cutting it close. And then look at everyone doing yoga together. I love this game. I went diving, and as I was leaving, some scary tentacles left the area, but I ignored that and started making sprinklers before ending my day. Here we are, it's the last day of spring. So I head to the goddess temple to donate an egg and some mayonnaise. In town, Connor wants to talk to us all about the heavy rain clogging up the sewers. Pablo volunteers to help fix things, which is great because there's no way I would have. I have so much on my plate. In the ocean, I meet Mantle, another sea turtle, and have my first interaction with the merfolk. They swim back to the kingdom to report me, and I keep diving, completely unfazed. After resurfacing, Ling meets me at the pier. She's very excited to talk about the merfolk and thinks she can upgrade my diving suit so I can understand what they're saying. It'll be something super fun to look forward to in my next season of Coral Island. I did everything I set out to and more in this first spring. I'm really enjoying the game and I can't wait to play more. If you've made it this far, be sure to subscribe to see what I get up to in summer. Bye y'all!